So this morning Ricky's come round, Ricky Lightfoot, on Saturday he ran the Lakes in a Day, which is basically a race that goes from Colbeck to Cartmel, and the kind of first half of it is pretty much fells, and it's 50 miles, 4,000 metres of ascent, but ultimately it's kind of come 2 years after Ricky had a hip operation, and it's been quite a challenging couple of years, would you say? Kind of getting back to where you are now.
Just knowing how far to push it before, you know, you don't want to end up breaking it again, like, so. Yeah. Just knowing that, getting the fine line between pushing and pushing too much. Yeah.
So I kind of had a similar operation to Ricky 12 months ago, so he's given me a little glimmer of hope that I'm actually gonna get back on it, but I'm a little bit further behind than Ricky was with my recovery. So I'm kind of quite interested just to kind of find out how he kind of coped with the recovery, whether it be on a physical level with his training, on a psychological level, because, you know, it doesn't matter what level of runner you are, we all ultimately just love to run, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think we're lucky, you know, road runners might disagree with us, but I think we're kind of really lucky because we live up here in the Lake, just gonna go this way, up in the Lake District, and you know, we get to play in these fells,
yeah, which is great,
which is absolutely fantastic, but pretty frustrating when you're injured. Yeah. You can't get out into them. So how long ago was it? Like, it was 2 years ago you had the operation?
Yeah, so two and a half years ago.
2.5. And how long before that did you kind of start realising you were having issues with your hips?
I probably had it for 4 years.
Right.
It was just there a little bit, and I think, I mean, that covered a period as well where, you know, I was running pretty well. I ran the World Trail Championships and a few other races, and you know, I was still able to run them, but it gradually got a little bit worse every now and again. Yeah.
So what kind of sensation was it though? Because mine was like a kind of tearing sensation when I was setting off, and if I kind of ran faster, and then on a long run, I would just find my hip flexors I just stopped having any power going up hills.
Yeah. Mine was more like a stabbing pain. So
Right.
if I was running fast and I was sort of overextending and, you know, just really striding out, I was getting a sharp jabbing pain in my hip.
Right.
And, you know, I could get that as well when I sneezed or coughed, or if I sort of slipped, and it would be like a quick jab in the hip.
Yeah.
So you know, it wasn't something that was there all the time, but when I was in the sort of bigger range of movement, I felt it a lot more. Yeah.
But it didn't stop you racing and running?
No, I've just possibly, it just restricted us sometimes in training. I probably couldn't train as hard or as fast as I wanted. Yeah.
So what made you then, what was it that then kind of got you to the point of, I need to have an operation?
It was actually Templiers, which is this weekend in France.
Right.
I went out to that, and I fell on when I was out running, and I hurt my leg. Yeah. And I think it sort of made it a little bit worse. Right. So I went out and did Templiers, and I wanted to get to the finish, but about halfway around I started getting the pain, and it was getting worse and worse. Yeah. I made it to the finish, but after that I said I was going to get it looked at and sorted, so it sort of carried on from there, really. Yeah.
And then, so you saw a specialist, he kind of explained the operation. What exactly did they do?
Yeah, so I booked, well, I'd already been to see a few people, and they'd sort of brushed it off and said it was like an athlete's hernia. I think Gilmore's groin, something like that. Right, yeah. And I sort of didn't believe that, and I'd seen 2 people who told us. So I booked another to see the NHS, and I turned up and my appointment was cancelled. And I just broke down in tears in Carlisle Hospital, and Sophie was there. So after that I just said I'm going to book private, and went private. Yeah. Got an appointment straight away. Yeah. Seen that guy down in Manchester, and I'd started the ball rolling. So probably probably, yeah, it was 5 months after that initial appointment, private.
Yeah.
I got the operation done.
Right. And then so after your operation, like how was your kind of recovery? Like how long before you were able to kind of walk, run, or jog?
Yeah. I mean, I did do little jogs now and again, probably 4 months later.
Yeah.
And I actually raced. I raced in the November, and I had it done so that was 6 months later after the operation.
Yeah.
I raced. I didn't run particularly well, which I wouldn't expect it after having 3 months off running. But,
Yeah.
you know, I got round without any problems.
Right.
So
And no kind of sharp pain, hip pain, or was it a few niggles? Or
yeah, a few niggles, and you know, ever since I got that operation, it was progressively getting better each month.
Yeah.
Even until, like, you know, 18 months after the operation, I was still getting that month I maybe felt a few pains, the next month a little bit less, until eventually I barely get anything, just the odd one now and again.
Yeah.